continue to recognize our shared history.
That's it for the national anthems. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today as we are down the road in lovely Musquodoboit, Nova Scotia, as we get set to rematch of earlier this week as your Wolves Lacrosse take on the Eastern Shore Breakers. As the rookie goalie McVicker heading to the net. She'll start off between the posts for today's game. Three hops and we're ready to go. All right, starting off at center, be Batchelder versus Hovey. As we'll continue their battle at the face-off. Here we go. Not just a battle of strength, but a battle of wills. As Hovey outweighs. Comes up with the loose ball. Battling forward St. Hilaire. Hovey still looking for that loose ball. St. Hilaire continues the battle into the corner. And around behind the net, McVicker comes out with a pick. As they call it a moving pick. As Batchelder comes up with the Batchelder. Being watched there. Pass into St. Hilaire, doesn't connect. As Hamilton comes up with it for the Wolves. Hamilton rolls it up for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen will chase that down into Breaker territory. Van Bilzen. Ball pops free. Hovey takes one off the head. And it's picked up by Hailstone. Hailstone coming out. Challenged by Coffin. Coffin keeping them deep in the zone, and Hailstone has to give up the ball, but can't get it out within the 10 seconds. Hayward to start off from the corner. Hayward rolls back up top. Out there with Harker. Coffin in with the shot. That's blocked in front. This Reynolds tries to get out with the loose ball. Picked up by Coffin across. Low shot in by Hovey. It's a save. Looks like McDonald's in goal. Hayward waits for that's Matty Dyer with the shot. Went wide. Parker in tight shot. That's a save there by McDonald. Held up into the pads now. Coffin knocked down. Reynolds. It will clear the zone down to Batchelder. Batchelder can't collect the ball as McRae comes up with it. McRae taking hard into the boards as Jenkins comes in to help. Coffin comes up with it. Coffin into the offensive zone. Coffin holds up. That's not off. Mullen up top. Into the hard shots. Mullen save. Back up with it again. Cross. Hard shot in. I believe that's Cat on the 71 out there. Rilke. That's it. Rilke's the going down 15. That's Yo in with the shot. Knocked aside. That's Haas. Gets up to Hannerhan. Hannerhan comes over center. Hannerhan. Pass back across for Hamilton. Hamilton will have to take that one off the boards. Hovey sets the pick. Hamilton. They look in Hamilton shot. That's wide. Funny bounce off the boards. Picked up on the go is Reynolds. Reynolds in with the breakaway. In behind the D. Reynolds coming in tight. McVicker standing strong. And Reynolds gets it by. Reynolds on the breakaway. Able to strike first. As gets that one by. It's a 1-0. Breakers lead on the breakaway goal by Miss Ashley Reynolds. Sends the Wolves back to center. It'll be Breakers ball. And Batchelder. That's off for the Breakers. Batchelder. Up there with St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire trying to get back to Batchelder. Hannerhan. Right in. That's McRae in as well. Hayward. Matty Dyer. Okay. Slow it down. Rosso. Back up top. Hard shot in. Saved by McDonald. Mullen. Comes up with the rebound. Mullen. Circles back up top. Mullen in with the shot. That's blocked out front. Yeah. Picked up, coming down. Mullen. Keep an eye on the Breakers, and she's taking hard into the boards. Let's see who that is. Get back down, Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen slows it down. Van Bilzen comes across. Shot! Scores! The captain, Van Bilzen, ties it up. So at 15:41 remaining in the first period. It says 0-0, but it should be 1-1. I think timekeeper's having a little bit of issue there. I'll try to do my best to keep the score for you, though. As Benta Van Bilzen sends the Breakers back to the center. We're all tied again. It's Hovey versus St. Hilaire this time. Battle for the ball. This ball picked up by Townsend for the Breakers. That ball knocked free by on the one-handed scoop by Miss Dietrich. Coming down, Dietrich. Coming in, hard shot, and saved by McDonald. McDonald looks for the lead pass, looking for Reynolds. That goes off the stick to the boards. That's Hamilton. The ball. That's cross picked up by. Back over to Hovey. Hovey rolls up top. Hovey with the shot. That's blocked in front. Goes off to the side. Picked up by Hayward. Hayward in tight is Coffin redirects it and it's saved by McDonald. This ball again. Hovey. So passes that back down to the corner. Hamilton coming in. Cross for Dietrich. Underhand shot saved by McDonald. Hayward fighting for the ball. Back in we come. Hovey comes up. Shot! And a kick save out by McDonald. Hamilton again from the corner. Hailstone put some lumber on her. Back up for Dyer on Dyer. Her shot high. And that comes back out over center. And that'll be Breaker's ball in the Wolves territory. Dyer will leave the ball there. Breaker's out. Number 11. I'm not sure which that is. Back up top. Picked off by Jenkins. Loose ball. Picked up by Batchelder. Batchelder goes back up on the wrong hand. As McRae able to get a piece of that. Younger McRae now in. Hard shot in. The Clicker got a piece of that. Now scooped out of the zone. As McRae hustling in on it. Ball loose. Parker fighting for the ball. Mullen able to pick it up. Mullen gets the reset. Back over to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen has a look. Van Bilzen. Cross looking for Mullen. That got deflected. Comes back into the crease and McDonald will pick that up. McDonald. It's the pass up again. Looking for Reynolds. And Van Bilzen able to pick that one up. Van Bilzen keeps it in the zone. Van Bilzen. Cross. So reach a Harker. Dietrich in with a quick shot and save by McDonald. Dietrich. Ball comes back out. Picked up by Van Bilzen. And a fresh 30 on the clock. Van Bilzen. Puts it across. Wilkie can't get a hold of that. Harker right at the corner. Fair shot. That went up and out of play, and that'll be Breakers' ball as Hailstone will take it for the Breakers. Hailstone pass up. Now the Breakers bring it up over center. And, loose ball is Hayward fighting for it. McRae comes in. Knocked out of hers, but picked up by Haas. Haas gets the pick from Hannerhan. Haas holds up for the offense to come on. That's over to Rosson. Rosson in with the shot and save. Hailstone picks it up. Gets a little help from McDonald with the pick, and now the Breakers coming out of the zone, but challenged by Coffin. Pass coming up. The Batchelder. Batchelder able to take control. Batchelder now. Looking up top. Batchelder looking to drive in. Batchelder turns, shoots. McVicker with the shoulder save. To the boards it goes. Back in. Shot. And McVicker makes the save and keeps control. McVicker flips it up to McRae. McRae coming back down the floor. McRae pass across. Shot. And Mullen gets saved by McDonald. McDonald keeps control. Passes up to center. That one's knocked loose. As the 10 seconds expires, there'll be Wolves' ball in the offensive zone. 11 minutes remain in the first period. 1-1's the score. Van Bilzen. Cross for Dietrich. Dietrich. Back for Van Bilzen. Shot. That's wide. Picked up by Wilkie. Wilkie circles up top. Hard low time to score! And it's Pat Wilkie with the sidearm finds the inside of the post and the back of the net. And that will be a 2-1 lead. All right, back to center we go. Dyer up with it. Dyer with a hard shot, and that's using your head, McDonald. Comes on. There's a Hayward. Coffin with a quick shot. Quick save. There's down. That goes back over. That's a deflection, so Hovey will pick it up. She'll have 20 seconds to get back down the floor. Up to Hayward. Hayward, they reset the clock, so that's good. Dyer. Back up Truss. Coffin, Hailstone able to come up with that one. Coffin able to chop and get it back. Coffin resets the clock in the zone. Coffin shoulders Truss and Tate. And also just that one deflects just wide. Now the shot in. Another save. Got some movement going on. Hovey trying to find a way in. Hovey puts the shot, looking for the corner, just miss. Hayward picks up from in behind. Hayward up for Dyer. Dyer with a hard shot. That goes wide. Rosson picks that one up. Rosson shot off the body. Dyer, hard low shot, makes it through and saved by McDonald. And then we got a penalty coming. It looks like a slashing call coming here to the Wolves. Yeah, it looks like we get a TV timeout. Yeah, we do. So at 9:13 remaining in the first period, it's a 2-1 Wolves lead. And Hayward heading to the box for a slashing call. So Breakers will go on a 2-minute power play. Get going here. Always get a quick water break, then back into the between the posts. Five-on-4 advantage for the Breakers. Looks like we've got Hamilton, Maggie McRae, Nora Haas, and Haley Hanrahan. We'll start off a penalty kill. Up top, it looks like number 11. I have a feeling that's Gabby Linden. That's for single air and off a stick and out. There we go. McRae wasting no time and back down the floor. McRae across for Hanrahan. That deflects into the goalie. And McDonald looks to put that out, looking for picked up by Hanrahan. And she'll send it back into the zone. Hanrahan causing all kinds of issues for the Breakers. Yeah. Breakers able to pick that up again, head down the floor. Over for Batchelder. Batchelder. Down low, Batchelder. Batchelder with the shot. McVicker got his shoulder on that. And bounce back. Gotta be careful on that one coming off the backboards. Townsend looks to steal it back. Hamilton. Up to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen. 10 seconds expired within the zone. That's it. So Batchelder starts off again. Coming in. No time ticking down on the penalty. It still says 2 minutes up there. I'm not sure. It was 9:13 when it started. So it should be about a minute left. In shot. McVicker save. Ball flipped out of play. Wolves ball as Dyer hustling down. Dyer hustling down the floor. One to beat. Dyer shot. That's over the crossbar. As Mullen comes up with it on the penalty kill. Got to kill some time here as Mullen keeps control. Mullen passes across to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen looking to kill time. Van Bilzen in with the shot, hits right on goal. And a crease violation too. Gives Van Bilzen another time down into the zone. Should be about 15 seconds left in the penalty. It's Van Bilzen looking to kill off as much of that shot clock as she can before they're forced to make a shot. And that's Hayward back on the floor. Hard shot by Dyer. She misses the net. And that comes back up. Hayward gets it, and Hayward sends it down as the shot clock expires. Now the Breakers coming out of their own zone. Pass that one up the center. Breakers coming in wide. McRae keeping it to the outside. Coming back down the middle. That's taken. Hayward able to thread the needle. Gets it up to McRae. McRae has to hustle to the corner after that ball. Picked up by Hovey. Hovey comes across, shot! And it's saved by McDonald. Harker picked that up along the boards. Harker passes up top. Wilkie, hard shot in by Dietrich. That one rattles around the legs. It stays out. As Dietrich challenges. Knocks it free as Hailstone trying to get out of the zone. Hailstone has to turn and mail it down. Off the back road, Jenkins had to chase it. Batcheller hustling in. Batcheller right on it, right in front. Batcheller in tight shot and scores. Batcheller on the steal. It come across the top. It also looks like we're getting a penalty as well. Nope. Okay. Thought she was calling a slash. So it's 2-2 with 5:54 remaining in the first period as Batchelder has tied it up on the steal down low. And Dyer in for the faceoff. Batchelder wins that one clean. Batchelder coming into the zone, muscling her way in. Coffin. Oh. Al Batchelder got that one away from underneath, and two quick goals by Batchelder, and puts the Breakers up 3-2 with 5:45 remaining in the first period, and sends the Wolves back to center as the Dyer versus Batchelder. Batchelder wins the faceoff. Takes it back over. Sailor. Sailor with a shot, saved by McVicker. She'll hold that one in the crease. McVicker. Pass that one up to Dyer. Dyer coming in, 1v1. Dyer rolls around. Dyer, shot. Save, big save by McDonald. That's a timer. We'll see what the call is here. Looks like they called crease on Dyer. Up to Reynolds. Reynolds. For the Breakers, Dyer. Let's look on her. Nice chop and taken away. Here comes Van Bilzen back down the floor. Van Bilzen rolls off a check. Van Bilzen coming in against Hailstone. Shot. That's off the post. Hamilton slows it down now. Fresh 30 on the clock. As Van Bilzen rolls up top. Van Bilzen with the shot. And a save. McDonald keeps outside the net. Dietrich challenges. Knocks the ball loose. Battle down low. That's the 10 seconds expired. And the Wolves start off again. McRae. But that one's picked off. As I believe that's Yo. Couldn't get out of the zone though. It's Coffin. Comes back. Coffin coming across. Shot. And that went wide. Coffin bench down the Wolves to slow it down. Set up the play. As cross for Hovey. Hovey in with the shot. That goes wide. Hovey back up top again. Low shot. Save. Coffin back up top to Hovey. Hovey plays it back. That's a high stick. There'll be a call coming there. As the kicker heads, the extra player comes on. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Back up to Hovey. As Hayward joins the party. Dietrich across to Hovey. Hovey in. Hovey with the shot. That goes wide, and the shot clock will expire. And we'll see what the call is. Oh, I believe it's high sticking will be the call as Hailstone heads to the box. Yeah, 2 minutes high sticking. So at 3:21, have to remember those numbers now. Down by 1, the Wolves will go on the power play. As Dyer will start them off. Dyer plays it down to the corner, wild shot, and Batchild will pick that one up and dump it down the floor. Comes up for that one. That's up to Mullen. Mullen. Back top to Dyer. Dyer up top. Mullen on the corner. Mullen in motion. Mullen cross. Hovey. Hovey rolls off a check. Looking for Dyer at doorstep. Doesn't connect. Dyer now. Turns, fires! Saved by McDonald. Loose ball out in the crease. It'll be Wolves' ball and illegal contact. And Hayward will take it from the corner. Hayward. Pass up top to Dyer. Dyer. Over for Mullen. Down low for Hayward. Back to Mullen. Dyer. Crossover Van Bilzen. Looking for Dyer in with the shot. That goes wide. Dyer able to keep it in play. Hovey. Now, Hovey has a look. Plays it down low. Van Bilzen. Back up. Mullen in with the shot. And it's saved by McDonald. She maintains control. And she'll dump that down. And that goes up and out of play. So it'll be a Wolves ball at center. 2:06 remaining. Be about a minute left in the power play. As here we go. Van Bilzen in for the Wolves. Back. Dyer in with the shot. That deflects up and out of play. So it'll be Wolves ball again. As Dyer starts them off. Dyer. Van Bilzen. Back up to Dyer. Dyer with the shot, scores! Dyer from up top. Had everybody thinking fast, and she finds it. Catches the inside of the post. And on a power play goal, that will tie us up. It'll be 3-3 with a minute 46 remaining in the first period. Maddie Dyer sends the Breakers back to center as it'll be Batchelder versus Hovey. At center. Here we go. Is it a battle of strength or a battle of wills out there? Batchelder comes up with it. Cross. 5 trying to get in. Nice job by Mullen. To the outside. Back to Batchelder. Batchelder. Relay in. That gets deflected. And the Vicar will scoop that up. The Vicar. That's over to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen. He'll come back down the floor. Van Bilzen. Getting across is Calder. Calder holding it out. Van Bilzen, hard shot in. McDonald makes the save. Holds on. Coffin in. Hailstone trying to find her way out. Hailstone fires it up to center, but not over center. And finally, that's dumped in. Calder picks it up. Fires it up to Hannerhan. Hannerhan fades to the outside. Hannerhan passes back up top for Wilkie. Across to Hayward. Back up to Hannerhan. Hannerhan puts the shot in. Saved by McDonald. And Hailstone looks to pick that one up. Hailstone fires that down the length of the floor as the period expires. After one period of play, it's a 3-3 score. As we'll head to the intermission. So with that, I'm going to shut down the mic and we'll put the phone in the charger and we'll see how we're doing. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for period 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you back in a few minutes, everybody.